And we're recording.
Oh, hi, Flosstube. I'm Carrie.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Sarah.
And we are Three Trail Stitchers. I heard a weird echo after I said that. Stitchers. Welcome back. If you are a subscriber, if you're visiting with us for the first time, hold on to your hats because, yeah, there's a lot of crazy to go around. But apparently people are into it.
People like our crazy.
They like our hot mess. So I'm glad we found our people. And
I am too.
Because last week was quite a ride. And we were talking at the end of last week about that mom would be like, oh my gosh, you guys really went off the rails. And she called me and she's like, you guys were hilarious.
Well, she actually admitted we were funny.
Yeah. She's like, oh, so hard. So anyway. So this is a channel about cross stitch, in case you don't know that. I never say that at the beginning, but that's what this is. And yeah, I don't have much to say. I was trying to think. I feel like every time we start with talking about the weather, and then it's like, welcome to your meteorology corner, but
it's cold.
Yeah,
it's
in case you want to know, in case you're like really into knowing what our weather's like, it's colder than all get out. It's nuts. And I shouldn't complain because Shannon from Stitchy Shannon, who lives in Canada, posted the other day that their like actual temperature was like negative 25 or 30, and their it was going to be like negative 55.
Yeah.
And we're here with like, I think our wind chill today is like negative 10 to 15.
Yeah.
But Monday, our actual low temperature is negative, what did I say, 13?
13 or
14. 13, 15, something.
Which is kind of nuts. Like we get cold spells in Missouri. Not as much as we used to, but we do. But it's never like this has been since basically this. It's almost been, it'll be 2 weeks by the time we.
And we haven't had negative temperatures, I think, in a couple of years.
Yeah, especially
like, I feel like it's been this cold in a while.
This long.
Yeah.
So we have wind chill advisories like this weekend, all the way through Tuesday, that it could get up to like down to negative 30 wind chills, and it's cold. That like if we get that cold, then we're out of school. Like we can't do that stuff here in Missouri.
Yeah, no, we can't do that.
We can barely handle anything, and I definitely can't because I'm a summer girl.
I should have taken a picture of it, but the other day a memory popped up on Facebook, and it might have been like Monday or Tuesday. And so Monday or Tuesday of 2019, whatever that date was. And this is for those of you that don't understand about Missouri weather. The meteorologist map showed snow across the northern part of Missouri, ice and rain across like our section, like thunderstorms were the next section down, and then the Boot Hill were tornadoes, and that was like all in one day in Missouri.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just kind of
crazy stuff. People just don't get how weird it gets here.
It's weird.
And we were like, we were out of school Monday and Tuesday, and we didn't get much snow, maybe just like 2 inches, but it all just they couldn't, none of our salt and stuff would work, and
nothing was working on the roads.
We were shut down, and then it's just cold, and we might get more snow tomorrow. It's a whole thing. So
and there's our weather corner.
And I mean, as we always say, we're going to keep complaining. We have no room to complain, but we're going to keep doing it because that's just our right as Missourians. But down like south and through Arkansas and Texas, I mean, they got ice, like crazy ice. So if you're there, I'm so sorry because I hate ice. There's just nothing you can do.
It's awful. Yeah.
And especially someplace that's not used to getting it.
Through Texas, yeah, like there was a horrible accident, pileups, because they're just not used to getting that.
Yeah, it's nuts. So anyway, weather corner. So I have one finish. We're gonna get into cross stitch now. What a crazy notion.
Get out.
I know. I have one finish. It's a small one, but you know what? A finish is a finish.
Good job.
I'm trying to fold it up. I finished my little bat.
He's so cute.
So cute. This is my Witchy Stitcher. It's called Batty for You. I believe. And we're doing the Witchy Stitcher is our designer of the month. So our hashtag for her is TTS Witchy Sal. So if you have a Witchy Stitcher pattern that you want to stitch, tag us in it, let us know. We'd love to go and see what you guys are stitching. But I did not stitch the words at the bottom, and I did not stitch the hearts. I was going to do the hearts around it, but then I decided that I might be able to finish this in a heart shape if I don't add the hearts. So
yeah, that'd be cute.
I can turn it into like an ornament for my Valentine tree that I'm going to switch over to next year after Christmas. So it doesn't look weird that my tree's still up.
Is your tree still up?
Oh yeah. We were going to take it down last weekend, and I knew it would be up longer this year just because of this year, how it's been. We were going to take it down last weekend, and then it snowed and was crazy. And now this weekend it's ridiculously cold. So yeah, I'm like, it's closer now to St. Patrick's Day than it is to Christmas. It's probably time.
We'll work on it.
Next year she's gonna do a St. Patrick's Day tree. Then it'll be like, just leave it up.
I'm trying to convince her to do like a tree for every season and holiday, so I don't have to take that stupid tree down.
Well, I'm still plugging it in too. I'm sure my neighbors are like, "Oh Lord."
I'm still turning on my porch lights. It makes me happy.
I'll say not so much now because people aren't insane like me, but for a long time after Christmas, people were still turning their lights on.
Yeah. That just gives me anxiety. I can't even.
My favorite display over on Home Road by that church. He's turns his on every night. I drive by there.
Keep Christmas alive.
That's right.
My tree's up until 80% of the population is back to mid 2030. Okay.
It makes me want to twitch that I can't. I can't.
It's delightful. I really don't mind it.
I mean, I'm sure it is for you.
Well, no, and I'm normally like
that would make me crazy.
Normally on January 1st, like I'm done. I'm ready for it to come down.
I take mine down Christmas Day.
Yeah, but I've not minded it. I honestly, I told Sarah, I'm like, yeah, it should probably come down. I think now it's more like societal pressures making me feel like it's terrible that it's up. Because I'm always one of those people that like,
it's Whitney peer pressure.
January, yeah. The second week of January, if I drive around and see lights, I'm like, oh, come on, buddy, get your lights down. And now I'm like, almost St. Patty's.
We're gonna spray paint that sucker green.
Right?
Lights on it.
Oh my God.
No shame. I wasn't going to tell my dirty secret that my Christmas stuff's still up, but I took down like the stuff that hangs so that people wouldn't know.
Oh, I was going to tell your dirty secret. You don't need to worry about it.
Anyway. Does anyone else have a finish?
I don't have a finish.
I do.
Yay!
I finally finished Salem Library.
Cute.
That's so cute.
I love it so much.
Fancy floss? Did you do that fancy floss?
No, this was just all DMC.
Oh, the green looks variegated.
I know, and I don't know. At first, I wasn't real happy with it, but I don't know if I don't know why it looks that way, but no, it's just all DMC. No, I really like it. I like how it turned out.
Did you use more than one skein?
No, it wasn't even a switch skein. I did switch, and I don't know if this has anything to do with it. I switched the beeswax I was using because one of them I was using got really dry, so I threw it away. And so I don't know if some of that is like beeswax on it that's kind of giving it a little bit of a discoloration.
Oh,
I mean, it looks cool. It looks like
I like it. Cool. It does kind of look variegated, but I absolutely love this. So I cannot wait till we can get up to Missouri Star Quilting and buy some fabric so I can do some finishings. That's my only finish.
Okay, well, whoops. I only have one whip.
Works.
I mean, I don't know. I'm like falling down on the job. Although I guess I shouldn't feel bad because I've gotten a lot done.
Whatever.
So I love this.
I'm working on Alice in Wonderland by Stitch Princess. She's on Etsy. And I'm doing this on, which I never say what fabric I'm doing it on. I'm really bad about that. This is 14 count. Picture this plus opal, which I think is going to be, I was going to tell you, Sarah, I think that's the fabric that's going to be in that new stitch along from Frosted Pumpkin. Now, I can't tell you it'll feel the same way, but I like
it. Well, it goes on sale tomorrow, and I don't know. I think I just want the pattern in the needle minder.
But here's where I am. So I'm half done. So she splits the pattern up into like the two halves. And
You've
so
got it upside down.
I was gonna say, is that upside down?
Like, why does that look so weird? So here's where I am. So you have the Queen of Hearts. The only thing I have left on this half is this is a playing card. So I need to put 2 hearts, backstitch hearts. And so all I have left is the bottom half, which is a lot of little motifs because Alice is the biggest part. So my goal is to get most of this done.
It's like a mini sampler because you just have little bits and pieces. I bought it for myself. I'm gonna do it too.
I like it.
It is. I hate stitching borders. I like stitching the border. I mean, it helps. I have a lot done because like Monday was like a real snow day. We don't get those much anymore because now we just teach from home. And so I was able to stitch all day Monday. And I stitched a lot last night. Like I finished most of that part of Alice. But I love it. I really hope that she does. She has a Nutcracker one, which I'm not a huge Nutcracker person, but I would stitch it just because I enjoyed this one.
Well, I like the look of the Nutcracker one.
Yeah. I almost want to message her and ask if she has plans to do like a Wizard of Oz.
Message that would be neat.
I just love how it stitches, and it's, you know, not that many colors. I really enjoy it. I'm really enjoying it.
She has some really neat Baba Yaga patterns too.
Yeah, and some like Russian, or she might be Ukrainian.
Yes, I think we're gonna have to. I think she'll have to be a future Sal.
Yes,
she might be Ukrainian, but like folk tales from. Yeah.
I would love. Yeah, I'd love for her to do more fairy tales or folk tales in that style, where it's almost like a mini sampler.
Who is it? What's her name?
Stitchy Princess. And she's on Instagram at Stitchy _ princess _ black. But her Etsy store is Stitchy Princess. But highly recommend it. It's really, really fun to stitch. I think Helen D stitched it right when it came out. But I really like it. And it makes me want to do
several of her patterns. I think that's what I showed last week.
Yeah.
Like the deer, and I have several of her patterns. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It makes me want to do more like storybook, type stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, my goal is to maybe finish it this weekend, but I have a new start for tomorrow, so I don't know if that'll happen.
No.
Me?
Yes.
You.
I only have one whip too because my dogs ruined all of my other ones. All of my other ones.
Animals.
I know. I love them, except when they do things like that and spill a drink down my rolly cart that drips through everything. And
maybe you should put your projects like in a tub. Like there's some tubs that would fit on the bottom of those rolly carts.
I brought in like a little table to put on the other side of my chair to put my drink in.
Yeah.
So hopefully that doesn't happen again, but they ruined the bat I was working on, the groundhog I was working on, my Dracula that I was working on, and the fabric for my garden aviary. So I just have one whip. And this is I have it. You can't really see the little guy.
Oh, did you figure it out?
Well, sort of. It's the Doulahan by the Little Stitcher, part of her Legends for Halloween. And I had to frog out the whole death carriage the other night. So there's still going to be a little creative counting in there because I still can't quite figure out where I'm off.
I hate when I do that.
I know. I mean, I bet I spent an hour the other night counting and recounting and counting and couldn't figure out. And I was just going to scrap the whole project because I figured it would be easier just to start over. But then I was like, I've already done a lot. So
it looks really good.
I frogged it. There's a couple of things that I'm going to have to kind of be creative about, but that is my one and only whip.
Cool. Sarah?
I had a second finish. Oh, sorry. Well, it's a part finish. So part 2 of Lindy Stitch's Funky Menagerie came
Oh,
out.
Menagerie.
And so I now have part 1 and 2 done.
Oh, so cute.
I love it so much.
I like that rhino beetle.
I know.
Right.
Like, I love it enough. I would probably like restitch it and maybe switch up the colors.
Wow.
So much. I know.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
I know. And then I started another Halloween, and I started Witchy Stitcher Trick or Treat. I'm working on Trick, and here's how far I got. And this is some fabric
It really looks great.
we either ice dyed or mason jar dyed it, or I don't know what we did. Whatever.
We dyed it.
We dyed it.
We dyed it.
So, he's looking really good. I'm very happy with him. I could probably honestly get him finished up if I work on him today, but in my plans, I have something I want to start. So
Her like orange blends,
they're
are so
amazing.
Yes.
I love the way she blends colors.
Yeah.
They're just.
You're always, when you look at the thread, you're like, they're not different enough. It's not going to show up. And then you stitch it and it's.
Well, and even like the 3 up here, there's 3 different colors there. And at first you're kind of like, oh, is that really going to, but it really does. It really gives it.
Yeah, she does an amazing job.
Yeah. So I'm anxious. I don't know. Maybe I will work on him today and start what I want to start tomorrow. But now I got to wait till the end of the month for the next part of the Funky Menagerie. Oh my God.
All right. So, I bought a couple patterns, but here's my issue. I can't, my phone's being weird. iBooks is being weird. So I'm having trouble adding stuff to my iBooks right now. So I'll just show you. I bought Good Morning Maui had a 50% off sale for.
Yeah, she did.
Was it like an anniversary sale?
Yeah.
Or so many subscribers. I think she's reached a certain amount of subscribers
or something.
And so I bought like 6 patterns, and I'm not going to go through and show you because I haven't been able to add them to my iBooks yet because everything's being weird. So, but I bought the Mr. Rogers one. What else did I buy?
Did you buy the Breakfast Club?
I bought the new Breakfast Club one. The Golden Girls. I don't know. What else did I buy? Oh, My Favorite Murder.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's another one that I can't think of. So anyway, and then I bought this. Tiny Modernist posted this yesterday, and I don't know, I loved it. So it's for Chinese New Year.
Lunar cute. Year.
Yeah, that's really cute.
And it has like little motifs that go with it. I don't know when I'll stitch it, but it's adorable.
But then it also has, I think I was reading, it has each of the animals from the Chinese zodiac.
Yeah. Did I need it? No, but I bought it.
No, you need all the patterns.
Yeah.
Always, all the patterns.
The only other thing I bought is, I don't know if I showed this when I bought it because it was in my car, I think, because I was going to take it to work for my copy. Did I show this?
I don't remember seeing that.
So Prairie Schooler, this is Weatherwise. I feel like I did. I was trying to find a pattern that I could change the colors with and play with the colors. Which this won't be it because the colors in this I think are perfect. Like,
yeah, because you showed the rain one, but you didn't show this one.
Oh, okay. So this one is Red Sky at Night, Sailor's Delight, Red Sky in Morning, Sailor Take Warning, which like is, I mean, everybody knows that saying, but mom always used to say that to us when we were little too. So
yep.
I think it was a pop-off thing. So so I bought this and I really just want to stitch this one. I love like that setting sun. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So that was in my car for some random reason. So that's it. And other than floss, that's all I've bought.
I don't have any haul. I haven't bought anything. I did buy the Stitch Me's Valentine's Day box that was supposed to be delivered yesterday, and now it just says delayed. So the frustrating thing is it's in Kansas City.
Is it Kansas City, Kansas?
It just says, well, you know what? I didn't look that close. I just saw Kansas City, but
we should be getting our fabric of the month too sometime soon.
Well, yeah, and somebody did a spoiler and bought the deluxe box, and the fabric is gorgeous, and I'm even more excited to get it.
Yeah,
but technically, I don't have any haul.
Yeah, I have something coming from Silver Needle that was supposed to come today. So Silver Needle in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the package is going through St. Louis.
Yeah. I don't know.
Those of you that don't know Missouri very well, Tulsa's on this side near Kansas City.
Yeah.
St. Louis is over there. Other side near Illinois.
I wonder if the wind chills are affecting.
I don't know.
Chills apparently are affecting the map. I also bought some stuff from Good Morning Maui. Come on, what is going on?
I wish I could remember what the other one was I bought.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why is the sorry. Okay. So I bought We Once the Redhead.
It's a good one.
From Pirates of the Caribbean.
I like that one.
Oh, that's why. Okay. I bought the Wizard of Oz one. Cute. All right.
Is that your iPhone?
It's my iPad. I should have used my phone.
iBooks is so messed up.
No, these are just, I took pictures because I couldn't get the villains because I love my Disney villains.
Love the villains.
The Alice in Wonderland pattern.
That's a good one.
Love Alice. And the Star Wars one. And then I bought this greenish fabric. And so I bought this pattern and her face is all open so the green fabric will come through. Yeah. Because
that's neat.
Yeah, I think that'll be neat.
It's my favorite. And I bought it's Etsy Kahana and Elan. Khanna and ILAN. I don't know if I'm saying any of it right. Oh, that's from a children's book, and I've lost all of it. Okay,
and they're done.
And I'm done.
I was trying to find my email so I could see what other pattern I bought, but
it's Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. How could you forget Mary Poppins?
Does anyone else I am a Mary Poppins fan from way back. And
yes.
Every once in a while, because I have a soundtrack on my phone, it'll pop up when I'm driving, and the song Jolly Holiday, where they go into the painting and they sing, and my friend Carrie Maid and I have always done when she's in the barnyard.
Yes.
All the animals' voices. When you sing that song, you have to do the animal voices.
You have to. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's, I was driving one day, by myself doing the voices, and I just started laughing. I'm like, if anyone else saw me in this car right now, but I feel like that's a given. If you're not doing
you're not doing it right. If you're not doing the animal voices.
You're not doing the horse voice, the pig,
the cow.
Go ahead, Carrie, do a voice.
No, I have to hear the song to do it. And then we'd get kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah, we would. That's right.
But anyway, so yes, the Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Okay, so that's probably it for stitching plans. Oh, I know,
plans. And I actually have one thing that's sort of stitching related.
Okay. My only plans are to start, that's a lie. That's not my only plan. But, is
liar.
The Elizabeth Bathory, Countess Bathory pattern tomorrow. Whitney has already stitched it. The originator of the awesome idea of putting this on blood spatter is Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives. So we all have her to thank for this awesomeness. But
yes,
and Jody from Steel City Stitchers are going to stitch this starting tomorrow. I think the hashtag is Bloodbath Sal, but you can go watch their last video and they say, so I'm going to do this on blood spatter and I'm starting it tomorrow. When will I finish it? Who knows? Maybe next Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I think it stitches pretty fast. I think you'll be surprised.
Yeah. And then my only other plan is I was not going to buy the new Frosted Pumpkin stitch along because Carrie doesn't need another stitch along, and it was going to be it looked like it was going to be coffee, warm drinks and that kind of stuff, but then they released a sneak peek And yes, it is like cozy beverages, but it's freaking adorable. So I'm going to buy that kit tomorrow. Should I? No. Am I going to?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to buy the pattern in the,
I haven't seen it. I guess I need to go look at it.
Yeah. The needle minder is a macaron. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't need another stitch along.
I don't have any stitch alongs, so maybe I need one.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be super cute. Like the sneak peek is like there's a hot cocoa and then I think like a matcha latte.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Anywho, I thought it would be kind of
there they go.
Okay, so that's my only plans. Whitney, do you have plans?
I'm gonna not finish, but work on my death coach. And I dyed more fabric for the Garden of Erie. But honestly, I'm a little intimidated by the pattern.
Oh, why?
No, I'm just worried. I don't know, because I think it's a lot and it's small. And some of the symbols are really light. Like I tried to make a working copy and darken it down and I can't. So it's really hard for me to see. And so I think it's just making me anxious and I have like a mental block about starting it.
You can do it.
I know I can. It's just like, I don't know, right now in my head, I can't because I can't see it well enough to, and I don't want to screw it up and have to rip it all out, start over. So right now I'm just going to finish working on this until I get motivated to do my Garden of Erie because I really want to do it with the pattern.
It's really cute. I don't remember who is it that's stitching it right now. Because I know I sent you a picture. Is it
Lacey? Lacey Makes? Is she?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Her. Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. I'm just intimidated for some reason by the pattern. So.
Yes, it's so that little like Frankenstein guy.
Oh, I know.
So cute.
So cute.
Sarah, do you have any plans?
Well, I'm going to do some coffee tea dyeing when we're done or after I take a nap sometime today. And I want to work on this little pattern.
That's so cute.
I think I'm going to love it. And then I think payday, I'm going to buy all the others. And then for those of you that don't know, February 19th on Disney Plus, all 5 seasons of The Muppet Show are being released.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
And there will be some Muppet binging going on in this house. And so I bought all shut up. I bought all of the floss and cut out the fabric for Good Morning Maui's Jim Henson.
Yeah, why is Fozzie on there?
Because Fozzie's an idiot.
Whoa.
I can't believe
I didn't mean that. Fozzie's not. I don't know why Fozzie isn't on there. I have another pattern. I don't have a picture. It was just the pattern. And it's got lots of different characters. And I'm probably going to do those kind of like I've done my separate villains and make little stuffies out of them.
I mean, Cookie's on there, right?
Cookie's on there. It's got Jim. At first I was like, maybe it's the voices or the characters he did voices for, but Frank Oz did Miss Piggy, didn't he?
It could just be those are her favorite characters.
Well, yeah, it could be. It's got Ernie, Piggy, Cookie,
pattern.
Beaker, Red from Fraggle Rock, and Kermit the Frog.
That'll be a fun one.
I love it.
That's a good idea to do that.
Yeah. And I mean, I can remember growing up like Sunday nights. It was The Muppet Show and The Wonderful World of Disney.
Yeah.
My God, if they did not get The Muppet Show on time for me, get that turned over before the curtains rose, it was.
I didn't realize that there were
McDonald
only 5
house
seasons. Why I felt like it was.
I thought it was less than that.
I thought it was 4, but there was a 5th season.
I'm slightly younger. I'm like 4.5 years younger than Sarah. So I would say like we grew up on, of course, on Sesame Street. And I remember watching the Muppet Show, but like Fraggle Rock was like right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So I like Fraggle Rock a lot. But Fozzie Bear, I would say Fozzie Bear, Miss Piggy, and Cookie are my favorite. So.
Yeah, I love Cookie.
Mine's
but Fozzie's hilarious.
Kermit.
He is funny.
Grover.
Oh,
Uncle
I forgot about
Dudley.
Grover.
I love them all.
All of
I
them.
can remember mom, that's one of the things mom talks about is me growing up on Sesame Street. Like one of my first, like one day she caught me moving the toy chest into the living room, and I guess she was like, what are you doing? Or trying to figure out what I was doing. I said, well, we could cooperate and get this into the living room. And she was like, I knew you had learned that word cooperate from Sesame Street and one of those Muppets. And she said at one point, like one of your first words was something about a creature. And she said, I knew it was all because of those Muppets. The only other last stitching thing I have to share is I had to redo my nest last night because it was driving me crazy. So this is my old mess. Here, let me see if I can get that there. So this is the old mess. Everything messy. You bad word.
Fancy new phone.
My fancy new phone. I know. I can't make it work. And then this is my new. Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
Yelling at Siri isn't going to help.
Aw.
Very
So I brought out my picnic baskets and I'm using those, and
okay.
stuff's just more hidden.
Nice.
So that makes me happy. That's my last stitching thing, I think.
All right. Well, before we move off the Muppets, there was a rumor recently after the election about Hall of Presidents, and that like the Muppets were going to take over the Hall of Presidents, which it's not going to happen. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
Not?
I think the idea of like Waldorf and Statler.
Oh my God.
Like sitting up in the balcony of the Hall of Presidents. Like,
Yes. That would be amazing.
Like, why did they not do that? That would be incredible. But anyway.
Because they did take over.
Well, they put that show up right by the Hall of Presidents.
Well,
that
didn't take over, but like Liberty Square. Yeah, they're up at the top and they come out and do a little history lesson. And
yeah. More Muppets, Disney.
Amazing.
More Muppets. Always more Muppets.
More Muppets.
I'm sure you're watching this. Well,
all the Muppets, Disney. All the Muppets.
Okay, so that's probably it for stitching. We're going to do a quick, I'm not going to rant about Christian Bale for 20 minutes. Quick media corner. So if you do not want to listen to what we're reading, listening to, or watching, you can click on out of here, hit the road. But if you want to listen to us ramble, by all means, hang around.
Stick around.
And if you are leaving now, don't forget, if you want to stitch a witchy stitcher pattern, join us, TTS Witchy Sal.
And I will put the hashtag in the description.
Yeah, she's got some great ones. I bought all the floss for that Halloween pattern.
Did you?
Yeah, so I want to dye some fabric for it. Okay, so anyway, so what am I reading? I'm reading this book, the same book, so Just Jillian, which is a kid's like intermediate chapter book. It's really good, but I haven't finished it yet. And then there's a new intermediate chapter book that I picked up at school that's called Camp Murder Face, which I want to read it first because, you know, although it's no different than any of the Goosebumps books that our kids check out all the time. But so I'm reading it first just to make sure it's not more middle school. But I think it's like these two kids, and it takes place in like 1983. And it's
cool.
a boy and girl who end up become friends at this summer camp, and weird stuff's happening at the summer camp. So I think it'll probably be fine for kids, but I need to finish it first. I listened to some My Favorite Murder. I listened to an old podcast that I kind of had gotten away from. It's called 22 Hours American Nightmare, and I'm almost done with it. There's a new season coming out.
What is it?
It's another true crime, but it's one case. That
okay.
It takes it like from the beginning of the case through the trial and the appeal and all that business. And I think that's it. I feel like I listened to something else, but that might be it. And as far as watching, I watched The Head, which was that on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon?
It's on HBO Max.
HBO. Of course, it was the one I didn't mention. I was trying to think of that this morning. It's on HBO Max, as Sarah said, and it's 6 episodes, I believe. And it's a mystery that takes place at an outpost, a research facility in Antarctica. And it's multinational, like there's Norwegian cast members and British cast members, and because it's like these different countries working together. So it was actually really good. So if you like a mystery, it was a good one. What else did I watch? I started on Netflix. There's a new true crime thing called Crime Scene: The Disappearance at the Cecil Hotel, which is about the
Lisa Lam
young
case?
Canadian girl.
Lisa Lam.
Yeah. And I haven't finished. I watched the first 2 episodes. I have 2 more to watch. And then I watched some Disney YouTube, My Eleanor Dreaming, those guys. I watched their last Tokyo trip from like 2018. Living vicariously through people who went to Disney. And they haven't been to Disney, of course, because, but it's nice to watch old trips and dream of better times. And I think that's about it. I don't know what I'm going to watch today. I have a Special Victims Unit on, like frozen on my screen right now. So, but I really want to watch some movies. I don't know. I like have a long weekend because of President's Day, and I have all this time to watch stuff. And now it's like, I don't know what to watch.
Yeah.
So
watch Cobra Kai.
That's a good idea. I also thought, like, I really wanted to recently rewatch Stranger Things. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it too.
And it's kind of a nice binge, especially when you're stitching. When I want to do a lot of stitching, I don't necessarily want to start something new because I don't want to focus
on it. Yeah.
I don't know. Or I might watch some of the movies people have recommended that have been on lately. There was something I realized that I never watched that somebody was talking about online, and I was like, oh yeah, I never watched that. So I might go through and check and see what I've missed. That's it.
Me, I'm still reading my cozy that I talked about last week, because I haven't really been like just like a chapter here and there, not real into it. I don't think I've listened to anything. I watched the Ghost Adventures from the Cecil Hotel that you told me to watch, Sarah.
What did you think?
It was all right. Wade and I watched it last night.
Right.
It wasn't
expected more. As much as the advertising has been going on, I kind of really expected something. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of like a typical episode. It wasn't. I didn't feel like it was anything special. And then I watched the new series on Netflix about it.
Oh, did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished it. The lady that runs the hotel, don't like her.
Dude,
there have been a lot of, I haven't even watched it yet. I think I'm going to watch it today, but there have been a lot of comments on the Murderino pages that like
something is not right with her.
They think she is super suspicious and nobody likes her. So
because
I'm
sorry, but spoiler alert, when they find her body, she calls her mother first, then the police.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
That's weird. That's strange.
I think it's such a sad story because it's like it
is.
I think we've all been there where like you book a hotel someplace and then you show up and it's like, oh, like, is this
right? I mean, like right in the middle of Skid Row.
This does not look like what I booked online. Yeah. I mean, I know that that's happened to us before. So just that thought that and I can't imagine being alone. Like I've never traveled by myself.
Well, I mean, I think when you're already dealing with mental health issues, and they had talked about that, like I know from other things I've read, she was bipolar and she had stopped taking her medicine. And so I know people like that. And I understand that crazy things can happen. You can have behaviors you wouldn't normally have, but I don't see the behavior of climbing up, jumping in. I mean, spoiler alerts, folks, if you don't know anything about the case,
she dies.
It's been about a minute since it happened. But I don't see you opening that big thing, taking your clothes off, getting in, closing the big lid. I think her mental illness may have played in to someone taking advantage of that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm anxious to watch it, but I just,
bipolar, I mean, is something I don't personally deal with, but I have dealt with it in my family. And even on those extremes, I find that hard that that's something you would do by yourself without, any coercion or something along those lines. No, that's just my personal dealings with it. Yeah. But,
it's a sad story overall.
It's very sad. Yeah. And other than that, Wade and I went down a Ghost Adventures rabbit hole last night because we have not watched it in so long. Like I said last week, we used to watch it together all the time, but they have on Discovery Plus, they have a Ghost Adventures top 10. And it's like their top 10 poltergeist moments, their top 10 hilarious moments. And we watched a couple of those last night just to laugh. And
I think I'm going to have to get back on Discovery Plus and watch some of them. I didn't realize they had like.
And here's the thing, I don't understand all the new streaming services because Paramount is coming out with one now.
Yeah.
And I love Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yellowstone is on Paramount. And they're going to do a prequel series, like how the Yellowstone Ranch. So now I'm going to have it.
Well, that's the problem. Is like you like something and then it's like with the West Wing. Like I was watching it on Netflix and everything was going great. And then they decide like, well, no, they're going to put it on this state. So you have to it's almost like you have to get that streaming service if you want to watch.
Yeah. So now I'm paying cable.
Yeah.
And Netflix and Hulu and Discovery Plus and like all these things.
I know, it's like you end up paying,
and then I'm like, there's nothing to watch.
You end up paying for cable and then the equal amount to get all your streaming services.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
I know, but I know what I watched. And Sarah did too. Are you going to talk about it?
I am. So just stop.
Anyway, I think that's all I've watched for those few things. So now Sarah can go talk about hers.
Well, I am I'm supposed to be reading this and writing the quiz for school. And so I think I read the prologue. But this chapters are really short, so I'm gonna kind of set a goal to read a few chapters before I go to bed each night. And that kind of helps calm my brain anyway. Listening to the new Tenfold More Wicked started. And it's the Burke and Hare grave robbers in Edinburgh. Oh, I think I talked about this last week. They didn't really rob graves. Instead, they murdered people. Spoiler alert. So I've been listening to that. But they advertised Crimes of the Centuries. And I listened to the first one, which was the Mary Fagan murder. She was a child laborer in Atlanta. And they found her body in she worked in a pencil factory, putting the erasers in the metal ends. And that's where they found her body. And this is a crime from 1913. So spoiler alert.
Well, don't tell me because I want to listen to it.
No, it was really good. And I like how they kind of the same thing. They go through the whole case, the murder, and then they go through, at least in this one. Now, I don't know what the other ones are going to be like.
Oh, yeah.
And then I found this podcast called, and Carrie probably knows about it, Carousel of Podcast.
Nope.
And so it's a Disney one, and I haven't started it yet, but the first one is We Want the Redhead. So I think, no, I don't want to play. No, stop. I wanted to read the description.
Like Carousel of Progress. I get it.
Look at Carrie. She finally got it. Anyway, so I figure while you're watching all the Disney vlogs, I'll listen to a Disney podcast. So. And then I watched The Head on HBO Max. And then on Disney Plus, I binged the first 7 episodes of WandaVision.
5. Well, the 6th one was up yesterday.
Okay, I don't care. It was so good.
It's so good.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
No,
how many episodes are there supposed to be?
I have no idea. There's 5, and the new one was put on yesterday. I'm gonna guess probably 10. Is that how many Mandalorians are there?
Mandalorian is 8.
Oh, it might be 8.
So it's probably gonna be between 8 and 10.
Okay.
And then
I've been waiting to watch it. So
I don't wait anymore. So I watched it Monday.
We both watched it, but I think I'm gonna wait until the rest of the episodes are out and then finish it.
Yeah.
And then I binged Big Sky.
So do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, it's good. I watched it a while back.
Record them, so I'm gonna let a couple weeks. You know how I do. I let a couple weeks build up, and then I'll go back and watch them. I love it.
It's good.
Oh, I haven't been watching this from the beginning. I don't know.
Yeah, I like it too.
So good. And I think that's all.
Have you guys not watched Walker yet?
No.
I don't know if I can do it.
You got to do it.
I guess they did say like they think that like Jensen Ackles may appear on it at some point, which I'm like, well,
yeah, he's supposed to have an appearance of whatever, but you gotta watch it. Like it's just
all right.
I don't know if my heart
watch it.
I will say though, if anybody sees, I looked on Etsy for some good like WandaVision patterns, and there are some good ones. I really want Marty Maui to do a WandaVision pattern.
Yes.
Because I think it'd be so much fun. But even if you're not, I mean, if you're not a Marvel fan, you may not be that into it. How did I not talk about the fact that I went down a huge Marvel rabbit hole after I watched WandaVision?
She did, yeah. She started watching all the movies again.
Oh Lord.
In chronological order. But it's great. And if you just like the set design in it is unbelievable. And you will recognize like classic TV sets. So
and if
incredible.
you are a sitcom junkie like we were growing up, yeah, I mean,
I can't wait to watch it.
Oh yeah,
really good. So if anybody sees a good WandaVision pattern out there in the wild, let me know. What I'd like is like Wanda and Vision through each of the like decades. I think that'd be fun. We need to start making patterns.
Yes.
I mean, we'll get right on that.
Right.
So anyway, that's the end of our show.
Crazy.
What was that?
That was somebody in my neighborhood.
Oh.
In a big truck, I believe.
Yeah.
Don't know.
So anyway, we will let you go. I hope that you get some stitching in this week. I hope that it's warmer where you are, although looking at the map of the country, I don't think it's really warmer maybe
anywhere. No.
Except maybe Florida. Maybe Florida's warmer. But yeah, I don't know, because they showed this big map and it was like below normal temperatures, cold, you know. It was like this big it's like more than cold, yeah. And like Florida and maybe the very southern tip of California were not included, so it's cold. But spring is coming. It's on its way. I feel like that I created this because I was like, it's been a really mild winter, and you know, I think we're gonna have an early spring. And then Phil was like, you know what, Carrie?
Don't even.
Your groundhog boyfriend?
Phil was like, you think, Carrie?
Phil's like, it's 6 weeks, no matter what. It's 6 weeks.
Guess what? The next 6 weeks are going to be negative 15 every day. Enjoy that. So anyway. All right. Well, we will let you go. What do you want to say, Sarah?
Well, for anyone, I wanted to let Whitney know that Mom and I have a hair appointment on March 15th.
Yeah. I get my second shot Wednesday. Our dad got his Thursday. Mom and Sarah will have their shot
the 26th.
26th. So. And I mean, it's not like I
just have to say that I'm not anti-vaxxer because I feel like you guys always talk about it and I just sit here.
Oh,
like,
no.
I don't want people to be like, how come she never talks about it? Like, I'm not against it. For those of you that don't know, have a multitude of health issues. There are questions about the vaccine. So I think it's great that people are getting it. My mom is signed up to get it.
Good.
I just don't want to sit here like a bump on a log and be like, and have everybody think, man, she must really think it's a bad idea.
It's not some, magic bullet that's I'm still gonna wear a mask. I'm still probably not gonna go shopping.
Absolutely.
But,
yeah.
Like being able to get together with Whitney and maybe not have to worry as much, and knowing that maybe going to Disney is not a completely impossible idea sometime in the near future.
Before 2030.
Yeah. Knowing I might feel comfortable eating maybe outside on a patio at some point this summer, and just that we might be able to have some amount of normalcy in a school year. I think like that's the most important thing. Yeah. So keeping kids and teachers, because it matters, safe, and their parents and families of our kids.
Yes.
So it's a good thing, and I hope it becomes more available to people. So
yeah, definitely.
Anywho. So yeah, that's it. That's good news, even if it's -16 outside. You know.
And so sometime in March, all of this will be gone.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Sarah and Mom get to get a haircut. That's the big deal.
That's exciting.
I can't wait.
That's the longest I've ever seen Sarah's hair or Mom's hair.
In
Yeah.
a long time.
This is the longest my hair has probably been since my freshman year in college.
Yeah.
That's how mine is. Mine's probably the longest it's been in 20 years, but it's always wadded on top of my head. So
yeah. That's how we do.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll let you go because that was another Midwest goodbye.
So that was haircut update.
That was haircut corner.
We say oh, and then we have Midwest guys. All right, so we'll let you go. Thank you for coming and joining us. We will be back next week. I hope you have a great Valentine's Day. Like mine's going to be spent in front of the TV. Maybe with and that's how I
consider a great Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. for Valentine's Day sounds great. So,
right.
But I hope you have a good one. I hope that you get some stitching in and stay healthy, stay safe, and we will see you next time. Bye. Wave at the end of a Zoom.